Hello guys, today we're going to talk about coterminal angles and primary directed angles. Okay, first of all, let's look at the unit circle and the behavior of the angle according to the movement. Okay, so if the remember that you always start from this point. This is always will be 0. Okay, this will be always 0. You will start from this point. If you move to the clockwise direction, all the angles will be negative. Okay, so this one will be minus 90, this one will be minus 180, and this one will be minus 270. Okay, and this one would be minus 360. Yes, so it means that minus 360 is equal to 0. They are the same because they have common point. Okay, and the same logic here, but if you move to the counterclockwise direction, all the angles will have positive value. Okay, so this one is 0 and this one would be 90, this one would be 180, and this one would be 270, and this one 360. So 0 and 360, they are also equal. So they are all equal. Do you see? So according to this logic, you can find the coterminal angles of any angle. Take for example 150. Yeah, you have this angle, and now let's find its coterminal angles. So if you write that this would equal to 360 plus 150, they will be equal because we know that 360 is 0, and if this is 0, it doesn't make any change. So even though that this whole angle will be 510, this one 150 and this one will be also equal. It doesn't make any change, and we can continue this one. If you make like, there will be two 360s, yeah, okay, plus 150, and this one is 870. This one also equal because we know that this is 0. 2 times 0, it is 0. So 0 plus 150, it is 150. So this 360 doesn't make any change. And we can do the same thing if we move to the negative direction. So you will have minus 360 plus 150. So in total, it will be minus 210. Minus 210 and 150, they are also the same thing. Okay, you can continue this. Okay, you can continue this one, like if you have minus 360, if you multiply it by 2 plus 150, and this one also would be equal to minus 570. So all this stuff, they're all same thing, because this minus 360, it is also 0, so 0 doesn't make any change. Okay, let's show this one on the unit circle, and you know that this 150 is positive, so to show this one on the unit circle, you should move to the counterclockwise direction. Yeah, so okay, you remember you start always from here. It is 0. Yeah, so 150, it is so this is 90, 180, so this one should be around here, this point. Okay, 150 degrees. And now let's find where is this one, where is this angle. Okay, do you see that this is minus? Yeah, this is minus, so you have to move to the clockwise direction. So if you start from here, this one would be minus 90 degrees, this one would be minus 180. So they are same angles, and you have this one, yeah. So minus 90, 180. So this one would be at this point also. So it means that they met at the same point. So that's why we call this coterminal. Co like means it's like common terminal. Terminal is like ending. They finish at one point. That's why if two angles have the same terminal point, we can call them coterminal, which means they're equal. Okay, let's now show this angle, 510. So 510, how can you show that that this is also true? Let's show that this is 100, and as we know that this one is 150. Yeah? So 360, it is one full rotation. Yeah, this is one full rotation, one full let's say revolution. Yeah, better. It makes one full revolution, and it came back here, and then there is this angle, and this one will be also here. Okay, so that's what they're saying, and the same logic will be here. So you have two revolutions. So this one is like number of revolutions, one revolution, and then another revolution. And then you came back here, the same logic. And here, minus 570, you can show it with the same logic. But here, you will move to the negative direction because your revolution is minus. So you make minus 360, another minus 360, and then you have plus 150, plus 160, it will be here. So that's why the same thing. Remember only thing that you can write any point in terms of minus 360 and 300 or plus 360, and they always will mean nothing because they are zero. Okay, let's verify our statement that all these angles that they are all same. So for example, if you find the sine of 150, okay, it will be equal to 1/2. Okay, and let's write instead of here minus 210. Okay, it is also 1/2, and let's write, so what do we have also here? 510. It's also 1/2. So actually, basically, you can continue this one to infinitely. Here you can write n. N is the number of revolutions. Yeah, number of revolutions. The same here, n times here you have to the minus plus 150. This is also, but this one is to the clockwise direction revolution, this one is to the counterclockwise. But the thing is, they will always have the same value. Okay, now let's talk about coterminal angles in terms of radians. Yeah, before we talked in terms of degrees. So let's find this one, 5 pi over 4. So in degrees, this would be 225. So to show this one on the unit circle, so this this is positive, yeah. So you have to move to the counterclockwise direction. So this is 0, 90 it is pi over 2, 180 it is just pi, 270 it is 3 pi over 2, and 0 it is 2 pi. So we know that 2 pi and 0 it is the same because this is 360, yeah? And the same you can say about minus 2 pi. Okay, they are also same thing. Okay, now let's show, yeah, where is this angle. So if you start from here, it will be at this point, okay, so here. So it will be you will end around here. And so how to find the coterminal angles? So we have to just add, yeah, add the revolutions. So if you make one revolution, yeah, to this one, it will be 5 pi over 4 plus 2 pi. Okay, another revolution, second revolution, 2 revolutions, 5 pi over 4 plus 4 pi, because 2 times 2 pi, yeah, it is 4 pi, and then it will go on for 6 pi, it will go on, okay. And the same here, if you move to the negative direction, it will be 5 pi minus 2 pi, 5 pi over 4 minus 4 pi, and it will also go on. So what is this angle? So this angle is, if you add them, it will be 13 pi over 4. This one would be 21 pi over 4. Okay, it will continue, and this one will be minus 3 pi over 4, and this one will be minus 11 pi over 4. So they are all same thing, yeah. Basically, they are all same thing, and they will all meet at the same point here. Okay, let's look at this example, this one. Yeah, so we know that 5 pi over 4 should be equal to 13 pi over 4, and this one should be equal to minus 3 pi over 4. Yeah. Okay. So coming to this angle, so you know that this is 2 pi. 2 pi, you make one revolution, okay, you made one revolution, and then you have this angle, this 5 pi over 4, you stopped here. So you stopped at the same point, so they are, that's why they're equal, coterminal. Okay, let's go to this angle. The revolution is to the negative direction, you move to this one, to this direction. Okay, you made one revolution, you stopped here, and then you have plus 5 pi over 4, and then you move to this one direction, and you stopped at also here. So it means they're the same thing.